Good morning and welcome to 239 Live right here in Naples, Florida, Paradise Coast, Freedom Town, USA. We hope you guys are having a great day because we plan on making it better. Here with me is my co-host, Miss Christian Weirden. How are
Good.
you, my darling?
I'm good. Good morning. How was your weekend?
Cray cray.
Mine too.
So there's
Mine
so many
too.
March. I love March because it's kind of like spring. It smells so
Yep.
good outside, but there's so many events going on that you can't obviously you can't make them all, but then sometimes you forget events and you go to something else, and which is what I've done twice now. So
I think in March they're trying to squeeze in all the events before season ends, and it always depends. Like when Easter's later, we get a little bit more
right,
time to stretch it out, and then when Easter's early, we're really jammed up. But this year, it's kind of the beginning of the month of April, so
yeah,
I
it's
still feel we're jammed up. I was so busy this weekend, I didn't even make my two events.
oh
I
well,
couldn't.
there you go,
I
there you
couldn't.
go.
I was just spent by
Well,
the time
here's
6 o'clock.
the irony is they used to do it. They started doing it at the end of October, no, early November, because they were beating the rush, and now everybody has shifted back to it being in
Towards the
March.
end. Yep, yep.
Well, anyway, that's all high class problems as far as I'm concerned. But other than that, beautiful weekend, lovely things. Went to the MS gala, multiple sclerosis,
Okay.
and Debbie Hyle. If you know Debbie Hyle,
I don't know that I do.
I've known her for 25 years, and she's had MS for 25 years. She started the first MS home, and she got recognized, obviously, for that because it's been 25 years.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a wonderful labor of love. It's really
Where did they hold
incredible.
that?
They had vineyards,
Okay.
had it at the
I was
vineyard.
at an event at Vineyards a week and a half ago. They do a really nice
They do
job
a very
there,
nice job. Yeah, yeah.
for
Nice,
sure.
nice. I'm so excited because I have four of my favorite people here. Well, five if you count my husband's who's in the back room. But we have, I'm going to surprise you with them. They'll be coming up soon. So, how about we get this party started with what our special days are of the
What
month?
on here on March 10th? What do we got today? Oh, National
There you go.
Optimism Month.
Go ahead.
National Optimism Month, an awareness observation in March, prompting. Oh, yep. Promoting optimism and the benefits of positive thinking
You want
for
my glasses?
mental and physical well-being. So it's like a Monday for me right now.
Yes, everybody. Well, and also, I was listening. It was a Trey Radel, and he was talking about when daylight saving starts,
Yeah.
there are more accidents that
Really?
happen. Yes,
I think we're all a little thrown off.
everything's thrown off. I was thrown off for my event for Sunday night because I was thinking, oh, it's really because I didn't set the clocks on the stove and the
Right, our phones do it, but we have to do the others
do the other, and I didn't do it. So, well, I took a French bath, threw on my clothes, and there we go.
Well, we're gonna be optimistic
Yes,
this month.
and we
Uh,
have our special guest, which you're going to learn about in just a minute. Uh, obviously, have a lot of optimism.
oh, they
Scared
certainly do.
yeah.
They certainly do.
They're-
Are you an optimist or a pessimist?
No, I'm an optimist.
I think so. I think I am too. I used to be a little pessimistic, but now I'm just like, listen, life's gonna happen. Let's make the best of it.
I'm an optimist and a pessimistic. I get mad about stuff and like to rant and rave because again, I'm in jail on Facebook. I'm gonna have to
Still?
check. No, I got off and put a few posts and they put me back in.
Oh,
I have no idea, so I'm gonna have to change either my email, change something, and just anyway. It doesn't matter. I can still post. I just can't make comments.
they just don't want to hear what you have
They
to
just don't.
say.
I just tell you the truth. All right, natural optimistic month. So let's keep this whole month optimistic.
Optimistic.
Okay, Miss D. I love this. Oh, I meant to bring Kevin meant to bring a flower in this morning.
Oh, I've got the orchids from last time.
Well, yeah, but I had a special a flower like that that was blooming. I'm gonna cut it. I was gonna bring it here.
Oh,
We had every other Tuesday. I help do the pledge, help get people to do the pledge at the commissioners meeting, and so I was running a little bit late. But Festival of Life's Crack Day. This verges on optimism. Festival of Life in Cracks Day celebrates nature's surprising ability to flourish in unlikely places. This holiday focuses on finding beauty in the little green sprouts and flowers and weeds that push through the cracks in sidewalks and forgotten corners of the cities. It's about recognizing that even in tough, overlooked spaces, Hey, how you doing, Deep
Dave,
Dave? I
Dave.
can't read the rest of my stuff. Overlooks faces, life can still thrive. The type of life tends toward a powerful message of resilience. So that ties in with also
I think so.
optimism. And I do love to find interesting, because I love flowers anyway. I love to find the little interesting things. I try to plant them in my trees to see if they'll grow. Sometimes they will.
I like it when you're walking along in a city and you do see something where it's
Yeah,
unexpected.
yeah. It
Yeah.
does make you stop and smile. Hopefully,
Or after the hurricane, sometimes you'll
uh,
see like the trees are gone and stuff, and then all of a sudden things will start to sprout. It
yeah.
kind of gives you hope.
Yes, exactly. What else we got, baby girl? Irish Heritage Month. Well, we
Oh,
know what this applies to.
we're on next week. I'm excited for we are on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, yes. I have
We
to
have
wear a
to
little green. You have to wear my green and all. And of course, everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
I think we need to find a chef who wants to come talk about their food or restaurant
I
to bring
got
us corned beef and cabbage.
all right. Anybody got a recommendation out there? Send it over to us. Irish Heritage Month, and we have special. We have the what's it called? Not the honorary guard. They're the Grand Marshal for the.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot to put that in my notes.
Yes,
Yes.
they'll be we have the grand marshals for the St. Patty's Day parade, and it's a heritage observance in March honoring the history and the contribution of Irish Americans, of which there have been many. I'm Scotch Irish and a little Cherokee. I always say my family was friendly folk when we got here. Wanted
I'm Italian, so they married a lot of Irish.
There you go. There you go. Oh, that makes a great combination. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right. What else we have?
Always interesting at the dinner conversation.
Oh, I'll bet. I think this is very interesting.
National Spending Day. Well, that's right up my alley.
Sending.
Oh, send.
You can spend and send, do whatever.
Apparently, I have spending on my mind.
Yes, yes. Go shopping.
National Sending Day. Okay.
But
National Sending Day celebrates the power of connection through small acts of thoughtfulness. Well, that's right up there with the optimism thing. I love these positive things. On this day, people strengthen bonds by sending notes, small gifts, or heartfelt messages,
not emails
not emails,
or
right?
text.
Like those little lunchbox notes that people do. That's cute. Or
Yeah.
put things in people's briefcases as they go out the door. While these gestures might seem simple, they carry a meaningful impact, especially in a world dominated by fast digital interactions. The anticipation and care that goes into these actions create a unique bond that digital communication does not.
Does not. There you go. So that you know what, that's always a great
Okay.
reminder. I have so many note cards and stamps ready to go, and I don't sit and do it. So I'm going to make a promise that I'm going to send out at least four. You guys hold me on it next
All right.
Tuesday. Four note cards or four things send via mail.
I have all these note cards that I've gathered over the years, and we've gotten into email. I have like a
Yeah, of
box
course.
with ones with my initials on it, ones with,
They look so
little family
pretty,
scenes. Yeah, that's a
and then
great
you forget.
idea. Let's see if we can do four this week.
Okay,
All
all
right.
right, sounds good to me. What else is happening? Ah, I love this one. I love this because I love the lady I'm going to mention next.
Okay, go for it.
International Day of Women Judges. Imagine a world where justice is balanced by the law and the diversity of those who interpret it. The International Day of Women Judges celebrates March the 10th, marks the pivotal moment in the journey toward equality in the judiciary. The day was so globally recognized for the first time in 2022. It followed a resolution adopted by the United States General Assembly on August the 26th, 2021. And obviously, the main goal was to emphasize our essential judges. And I think I have a picture of one in Collier County.
Oh, okay.
Do we have that, Miss D? Our divine Miss D. It's
We
of the
cannot
lady
do
with the two
these
students beside them. You've got their picture.
behind us. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Now, that lady in the middle is Lynn Hickson Holly. She was the first woman attorney in Collier County and the first woman judge. And she is here with Saffron Buxton. That's Reg and Sandra Buxton's granddaughter. And I'm terribly sorry, young lady, I misplaced your name, but she was a judge in the Florida History Fair competition that I used to run for Collier County.
Oh, that's amazing. We need her on Icons of Naples.
I have to see if she's still with us. That's been a while, but she would
Okay.
be fabulous. She used to tell stories about, the county seat was in Everglades City.
Mhm.
So in the 50s, you would have to drive to Everglades City
Yep.
for your trials and your whatever. And she said the attorneys would stop on Alligator Alley and pass the notes, the files that they had to have on the road because that's just how they did it then.
No email.
No,
No email
definitely
back
no,
then.
no email, no way to transition and so forth. But she was a remarkable woman, and
Well,
I mean, some of these pioneering family members they just are so wonderful to sit and talk with, and I just wish we could keep them forever.
the stories are fascinating.
Yeah, but here we have you. Thank you, Lynn Hickson Holly, for starting the day. I don't know if I put in that she wasn't a judge; she was a congresswoman. We'll do her next time. But anyway, if you know any women judges, give them a nice salute
Yeah.
and thank them for their service and remind them for Collier County, it was Lynn Hickson Holly that started the way here.
She was our first. That's
All
awesome.
right. Now, did we go through all our stuff or is there another one? Okay. No, we're going to do our other special guest first.
You want to do this one first?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're
Okay.
going to bring up, let's go. I tell you what, let's go through our sponsors first and
Oh,
then we
there
will
we go.
bring up St. Patty's Day.
We have Mighty Dog Roofing, one of our sponsors. And then we have Marquise Diamond Mobile Detailing.
He just detailed one outside. It looks mighty shiny.
Nice and shiny. Three Palms Legal, Wills Trust and Estates.
Both of them.
Torch Hot Yoga, for those of you who love the hot yoga.
I need to try that.
My daughter teaches it. It's something
Oh.
else. Amherst Roofing, if you remember, they were a guest last 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And who is this lovely young lady?
And then myself, I do coaching, development, and real estate for 32 years. And I keep meaning to add Icons of Naples to the slide, and I keep forgetting. Diana, I will do that for you.
I don't know if you guys want to stand or if you want to sit or. Well, I can honestly tell you I am thrilled and honored to have Kristen's going to introduce them, to have them here because for what they've done for the community and what I'm sure they will continue to do for the community. But so, Miss Kristen, take it away.
Thank you. Our guests today are Jamie and Steve Lloyd, sorry, founders of Naples Take a Soldier Fishing, and also the grand marshals of the St. Patrick's Day Parade this year. Take a Shoulder Fishing. I really am having a problem with
It's Monday.
What? I don't know what's going on. Naples Take a Soldier Fishing is a nonprofit that brings hundreds of active duty military members and veterans to Southwest Florida each year for a weekend of fishing, community, and appreciation for their service. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us today. We appreciate you coming out and filling us all in on the goings on of Take a Soldier Fishing, as well as being the grand marshals of the parade.
Well,
go ahead.
Yes, well, that is quite an honor. Oh, wait, let's get your headphones on. You don't have any headphones. You put the headphones on. Yeah, she's already made. She says, "I'm not talking." She's the one that stands here and looks pretty. She does all the work behind the scenes. He's the front man. So, how are you guys doing?
We're doing good. Thank you for having us. This is awesome. This whole week has been kind of a interesting thing for both of us. We, had no expectations of ever being selected as a grand marshal for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, so that was kind of really cool. And
So, how shocked were you when you got that? I bet you were just.
It's a funny story. I was actually out up in Naples Park changing a tire on one of my work trucks, and Jack Strobe, who's on the committee, the board of directors, called me. And I'm, normally if I'm changing a tire, I wouldn't take anybody's call, but I like Jack, so I said, "Huh, Jack, what's up?" And he goes, "Hey, have you got a minute?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "We just come out of a meeting for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and you know that it's back on, right?" And I said, "Yeah, I saw that." He says, "We've actually voted that you and Jamie be the grand marshals," and I thought he was punking me. I says, "Come on, Jack." I says, And so we went through it, and I was just blown away, and I forgot about changing the tire, and was fun. I couldn't wait to get off the phone. I probably cut him off pretty short because I wanted to call Jamie and say, "Hey, you're never going to believe what just happened." So that was cool.
I think it's very cool,
Yeah.
and it's so well deserved for the work that you guys have done with Take a Soldier Fishing. And it's great that obviously people do recognize what you've done for the community. Sometimes you don't think maybe they kind of do, but you don't. And then
It has been in the news a lot throughout the tenure of the 20 years. And, it started out with a simple conversation with a couple buddies in my front yard. We were having a couple beers talking about fishing, and somebody mentioned, oh, I was up in Tampa and I took some soldiers fishing. And I thought, man, I really want to do that. That sounds exciting. And of course, I took my idea inside that evening with Jamie, and she makes all the wheels turn on the bus when I have a stupid idea. And this idea picked up steam really quickly. And we both have been given way too much credit for everything Naples Take a Soldier Fishing. It has survived and blossomed because of a community that has wrapped its arms around this thing. And we surrounded ourselves with really great people. And those people are very connected and ambitious, and we're patriots. And that's what you have to be. You have to be patriots, and you have to love the cause. And nobody gets paid, and they all believed in that. And we take them fishing and just share our paradise with them. And together, it just really resonated with everybody, the fundamentals that we've always stuck behind and what our mission was. And no matter what kind of money we can raise or cool things we can do, as long as it all goes back to the troops. And these are active duty warriors that have been downrange. And it's important to a lot of people, and it's important to us. And we're honored. We're blessed to know so many great people and to have grown up in this town and live in paradise. And that's the whole bottom line. We want to share the paradise with those that we feel are very important to us in our country.
You graduated Barron Collier?
I did.
Laley. Okay, we got a nice little
we got one word out of her. We're making progress.
I'm sorry if I got to ask you a question.
And Naples over here. So we've
Naples.
The Eagles.
completely represented.
Very cool.
Completely represented.
Repping public education for
We
That's it.
are today. We are.
That's it.
Well, you say you don't deserve it, but if somebody it's always the idea that germinates that gets people fired up. And if somebody hadn't come forth with ideas are a dime a dozen. It's the implementation that makes it happen. You're right.
Yeah.
So it does take a lot, but had you guys not at least got it started.
Yeah, and you alluded to it earlier. This lady here, she is behind the scenes, but every part and you've been to some of the functions and you see all the moving parts and how great it is, nice it is. She's the one that organizes all that. And makes it
general.
happen. Yeah, I deal with the captains, and the captains are my guys. I deal with those folks, and she does everything else.
And that's a lot of moving parts.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea. Yeah, it is. But we want to put on a good show for the troops, and so far we've been very blessed to do that.
A fabulous show. Just give us. I know you're not going to be doing it this year, right?
Logistically, because the Naples Grand is under renovation, and they're the only folks that can actually meet our budget. It takes full transparency. It takes about $300,000 to put the event on for 150 troops, which basically is accommodations, food, and we don't feed them hamburgers and hot dogs. They're getting 5-star meals, and we put them up for 3 days on the beach, and nobody gets paid, even the captains. The captains don't ask for a penny, never have. And that was the 2 rules I had. I said, no matter what nice stuff we can do, I have 2 rules. We're a charity and nobody gets paid. We volunteer, and we take them fishing on Saturday. Now we'll take them golfing. We do a lot of fun things on the beach. And basically we bring 150 active duty troops to Naples every September and put them up for 3 days and 3 nights up on the beach. And we'll golf. We bring them in on a Thursday. So Thursday night, we'll have a big dinner with the captains, and they meet who they'll be fishing with that weekend. And we kind of have a big party that night. And then Friday's a recovery day. Some of them recover. The sheriff's office is a big sponsor of ours, and they kind of help us wrap our arms around them and keep them safe and keep them, let them have fun. Let them, they're not downrange. They're not on base. They're not getting shot at. They're enjoying our paradise, and we want them to enjoy what you and I get to enjoy every day. So we'll do that. And then that Friday, we'll let them recover. We'll let them go golfing, let them go to the beach. We have activities planned. And then Saturday morning's the big show. We put them on chartered buses at about 5:30 in the morning. We leave the Naples Grand Sheriff's Office, escorts them all the way across town
That
to
is a
Hamilton Park.
phenomenal thing. I'm sorry I didn't get some footage of that, but
Yeah.
when this comes back, that is incredible.
Yeah, and I was talking to the sheriff, a long time ago, Sheriff Ramboski, and he says, "Steve, you want these guys escorted across town? Do you want lights and sirens?" I says, "Sheriff, I want to wake everybody in town up. I want them to do." And he says, "Anything you need." Yeah, he said, "Anything you need." He says, "We'll do it." And they do. They siren and lights all the way across town. They come down and pull them all into Hamilton Harbor Yacht Club there, which is just a massive area, big facility to where we get all the troops in there, and they come walking through that boat barn after they get off the
I've seen
buses.
those videos.
Oh,
Look, I just got goosebumps again. It is goosebumps when you watch it. The amount of people that walk through there, you're just like, wow, this is massive.
Yeah, you're coming through there, and we got some loud music, energetic music playing, and it's funny because all the people that come out to support it, there's hundreds there with their videoing these guys, and as they come through, they're videoing us because they're like, "This is pretty cool," you know. And they get out there, and I've got 70 to 75 boats in the basin. Every one of them has an American flag flying, and we feed them a quick breakfast. They get in the boats and find their captains. We do the national anthem. I put a guy out over the basin there on a sky lift, and he plays an electric guitar, plays the national anthem, and then the helicopter from the sheriff's office comes over right at the end of that. And you're talking about getting goosebumps. That moment is my favorite.
And you have people lined up all around. It's not at Hamilton, but they'll go to
the Naples Bay,
landing, the bay, and everybody's all lined up to.
Yeah, and then they fish and they come back and show their fish off up on stage, and you get all the branches rooting for their guys, and we give away some trophies and some prizes. There's no money involved; it's all about bragging rights.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bragging rights.
Fishing is.
Yes, we tell stories. Yeah.
So if there was something like a moment that you can think of over the years that sticks in your like that stands out to you, what would one of those be?
There's so many, but I'll tell you a quick story. One that really had a profound effect on me is this has probably been 10 or 15 years, probably 15 years ago now. We had we found out of a Ranger attachment that was serving in Afghanistan during the height of the Afghanistan-Iraq War. And they were going to be coming home a couple weeks before our event. And the lieutenant's son, or the lieutenant's father, was a preacher in Lake Wales. And somehow he had heard about our program and notified us and says, "Hey, the boys are going to be coming home. Is there any way I can get them involved in your fishing deal?" And I said, "Oh, absolutely." I says, let's talk some more. So we got them all here. And I remember watching them arrive to the hotel, and they looked like they were 17 years old, young guys. And the lieutenant's name was Lieutenant Oki. I'll never forget him. Very straightforward, very quiet, but firm guy. And you could tell that all his guys, all 20 of them, there was 20 in this whole unit, really looked up to him. We went through the weekend. They had a great time. And at the time, we had our big dinner down at the Lely Players Club that Saturday night. And I went through my whole spiel, and we were just getting ready to wrap up. And Lieutenant Oki walked up to me before I left the mic and said, "Steve, if you don't mind, can I say something on the microphone?" It totally caught me off guard because he's just such a quiet guy. I said, "Absolutely, do whatever you want here." And he addressed the whole crowd. And he says, "I want to thank everybody for an unbelievable weekend for my guys." He said, "We knew we were coming to Naples to go fishing, but we had no idea you guys were rolling out the red carpet like this." He said, when we were downrange, he said we were serving in the mountains, and we did missions every day, and just about every day we were being shot at. He says it was the most dangerous, deadly area of the war. He said, but when I held my briefings every morning, I'd go through all the logistics of our mission. He said, and I would always end it and told all my guys, "Listen, keep your head down, protect each other, because we're going fishing in Naples."
Oh my God.
It turned me upside down at that point in time. I'm looking, and I was having trouble. I'm looking in the crowd, and everybody, captains, patrons, everybody that was there were just crying.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it had a profound effect and gave them energy and hope. And, it gave them excitement. They were in the worst place in the world, but yet because they were going to come fishing in Naples, he says it picked their spirits up every day. And I was just kind of blown away for that. So,
that's a double wow.
Yeah, for sure.
So I said to myself at that point, this has got to go forever.
Oh yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
That's when you really have, you can see like the bigger purpose even. than
Oh my
just-
goodness.
just
Yeah.
the-
I mean, you and I wake up in paradise every day and, these folks are making the ultimate sacrifice, some of them over there, and doing it so we can live here in Naples and go to school here and grow up here. I mean, I'll never take that for granted.
I know you don't want to talk, but I am going to ask you a question. You can give me sign language. But I remember one of the events, you had these fabulous centerpieces that had, you had this, do you know what I'm talking about? You had
Buckets, the Yeti
the
buckets.
buckets, and then you had books, or then you had, I don't know what you had, but I have pictures of that. And I think, oh my God, that's one of the most creative things.
And honestly, a lot of that is not my creativity. We have amazing volunteers that come and help do all that.
Well, who was that person so I can tag them? I'm telling you, I thought, man, how could I steal this out of here? Because that's like really, really cool. But I mean, that was at the Naples Grand.
Yeah.
But it was stunning. It
Yeah,
was.
I think that was probably Becky Bohannon.
Yeah, she's come up with some great.
Yeah, Jamie arrives at the Naples Grand that Thursday morning before everybody else, and she says it's not her doing, but she is a coordinator of everything that's going on there.
I know how it goes. You
I
can
just
buy
said
it all you want to, but I know how it rolls.
Oh my goodness, it's but she's right. We have a lot of great people, and Becky's very creative, and she loved doing that stuff. She put on some great centerpieces.
Oh, and I'm not, that may sound like
Mike Randall.
what? Hey, boo boo, hey, Steve Lord for Congress.
I think Mike just had a birthday too.
That's right. It's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's a big supporter, but pump the brakes on Congress, Mike. I don't know. That's our,
Lord, we would. Oh yeah. Well, that's a whole nother story.
yeah.
Okay?
Well,
That's
he and I think a lot alike. We're
Yes,
conservative,
I
and we
see
don't
that.
like a lot of stuff that
I
goes
can
on.
see that.
It's another show.
But you do say with the it's 239, yeah. Even though you say you don't, but if you aren't the person that holds it all together, those committees could go haywire really quickly
Yeah.
and really
the
pull everybody
leader.
off center. So that's a great thing about leadership is you got everybody rowing in the same direction.
Yes.
And if you don't have that and someone to guide and manage it, then it's a train wreck. And obviously, it's not been. Of course, you're a pretty big guy here, Steve, and so is she. I can mess with either one.
Yeah, right.
I take second seat to her for sure on that.
Listen, any woman running an event, oh no,
No,
that
they-
is a
they got
commando,
thing.
commando in waiting. What
Yeah.
was, you were going to ask?
I was going to ask, so if for people in Southwest Florida who may just be hearing about this for the first time, how would they get involved? I know you're taking a pause this year because of the Naples Grand, but if they wanted to get involved in doing something, being on a committee or fishing, being a captain, how do they go about that?
So the first stop would be at the website, naplestakeasoldierfishing.com. You have to make sure you put Naples in there because there's other places. Yeah, and they're defunct now, but you can abbreviate it naples.tasf.com. And that keeps you on the itinerary, all the scheduled events that we have. We're still doing fundraising this year.
You've got a couple events coming.
Yeah,
up,
we
right?
do. We have a bowling night. You have the date,
March 28th.
March 28th.
Yeah,
And then we have a golf tournament,
June 20th.
June 20th. And then, yeah, see, I don't know what's going on. And then we do have a bass tournament coming up too. And that's April 25th. That's at the Quarry of Naples. And we have a big dinner the Friday evening before the fishing day, which would be the 24th. And you can meet the captains, and it's a beautiful facility there at the Quarry on the Beach Club, and all the boats are parked out there. And you can donate money that way. The biggest thing is people ask me about volunteering. Look at the schedule online and just show up. Nobody gets paid. We'll put you to work. Just jump in there and get your hands dirty. You know, the load in and the load out for like the bowling nights and the golf tournament and anything Naples Take a Soldier Fishing requires a little bit of physical labor before and after. So all that stuff's good. And then the biggest thing is donations. We have our local business partners that help us every year and a lot of private donors. And we kick the can all the time, just, making money here and there, whatever we can to meet that budget of approximately 300,000 every year. So
You have some great events. That bass fishing flyer that just came out.
How cool.
That is, I'm sorry I don't have that
That
with
was
me,
really
but
cool,
we'll post it up here one day and we'll promote some of your stuff. But that was like, I'm like, oh my God, look at this. Who
yeah,
did
that's a triple threat there.
Honestly, I just saw it for the first time the other day as well.
You did?
I don't know who put that one together.
I'm not sure. I think it was Mrs. Vale. I think it was Matt Vale, Christy Vale.
Oh,
We get to bring out 15 teams of law enforcement officers against 15 teams of firefighters, and we call it the Guns and Hoses Challenge. So we're taking care of our first responders while we're raising money for our military troops, and it's kind of win-win.
Thing.
That's the bass tournament.
Oh,
Wow.
I'd love to come see that. And I think Matt Vale is a stellar.
Awesome. He and I worked at the sheriff's office forever. Matt's a quality guy, and his wife Christy is involved with Take a Soldier Fishing now, doing a lot of social media stuff.
Great.
Wonderful people.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of time for him, and
Yeah.
he's just charming, wonderful. He turned me on to trading cards.
Oh yeah,
Well,
sports memorabilia.
Weeks ago,
Yeah,
that's
he's
the
one
trading
talking about
card thing. Yeah,
And he
yeah.
was telling us which place to go to and what to do and so forth. And I was like, yeah, I have a lot of time for him. He's a really, really good guy. So wait a minute, how many grandkids do you have now?
5.
Oh my word.
And what
Incredible.
ages?
14, 7, 6, 4, and 4.
14, 17.
14, 7, 6, 4, and 4.
Oh Lord, you had a big space there. Well, I remember when we did the reverse Christmas parade out at the
Fairground.
fairground,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Well, yeah,
Matt convinced you guys to come and do it, and you're like, I want to be with my babies.
She's with them every day, and she loves it. Yeah, she is wide open, and thank God. I love my grandkids more than anything on this earth. But some days I just like, okay, I need a break.
I need a
Get out of
nap.
here. Mimi, that's Mimi. She jumps in and takes care of it.
Yeah, she's the grandma that does all that. Yeah, but that was great to have you guys at that. And I just remember thinking, I don't blame you, but
Yeah, they'll be at the St. Patrick's Day parade. We might
Oh,
get them to walk too. So
good. Yeah, that
fun.
Matt Vale, and Christy, they're just stellar people. Well, listen, we are going to make sure that we get these
Yeah, I
free
wrote,
events, and we're going to
I wrote it
promote
down
them.
too.
You
Yeah,
got them? Okay,
yeah.
good. And
Compare notes. I wrote a few down. You wrote a few down. We'll
Yeah.
get them out there.
And all 3 are on the website as well.
yeah, they're on.
Yeah.
Anytime someone reserves a lane for the bowling or signs up for the golf tournament, that helps us tremendously. So those are some of the best things they can do to help us out.
All right. Well, we're going to educate them on that. So, what's the deal with not the deal, but for the St. Patty's Day parade? Do you have any pre-parties or any after parties? Or
What time does it kick off? I don't even
Yeah,
know.
so I there's a flag ceremony at 9 a.m. down by the Dock Restaurant
right?
there in this turnaround. We'll be at that. And then there's a ceremonial cocktail somewhere that I'm supposed to go to. I haven't been told exactly where or what. So I'm in on that. And then afterwards, I don't know what we have right after. We do have another charity event that evening down at the Cove Inn, a fundraiser for someone that we'll be doing that. And other than that, we're just going to kind of hopefully catch our breath and enjoy the St. Patrick's spirit during the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I can't believe we're rolling in a
So
parade.
many people down there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
we do the Christmas parade for Naples Take a Soldier Fishing a lot, and the amount of people that come down to 3rd Street and 5th Avenue is pretty impressive. So
I always give you a shout out whenever I see
okay,
you.
you do. I always hear you. And then it's what's even really cool is she reminded me of where she goes, I think this is the 50th annual St. Patrick's Day parade. I go, that's pretty cool. I said, so we got 50 on our resume.
That's it. When you hit that historic mark, you then become a historic piece of the community.
Well, I'm a relic already. So
Oh, aren't we all? Well, you're not. Or certainly our girl down here. That is. Well, listen, we thank you so much for coming out, and we thank you so much for talking. You want to say anything else?
She
No.
will talk. She will talk your ear off when it's not in front of the camera. She loves to talk.
You did a great job, and you're so pretty. You should do it more.
Yeah, they make, look how great we all look. Look at this.
Get rid of the guy on the end there. Okay.
The guy, yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. It's our
Yeah,
pleasure.
go say hey, and
Yeah.
we're so proud of you and so happy you were selected to be the grand marshals because
Yeah, and I learned
most
so much.
worthy.
I learned so much. I didn't realize. I knew it was a big weekend, but I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Wow, it was really.
Oh yeah, they have
big
a lot of
weekend.
stuff going on.
Yeah.
We thank you, ladies, and we thank everybody else involved in supporting our charity. And
Got it.
we're blessed. Thank you.
Got it. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
That was like I did not realize all the other events that they do.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
always have events. I have them on my feed that feeds in, and
Yeah,
They have
I follow you. So I learned if you don't follow Lois, I mean you can follow me. I would love that. But if you don't follow Lois on all the social, even though she can't comment,
I can post.
she can post, and she does post all the goings on that she's aware of, which is a lot. Have Steve sing. He is a great singer. Oh,
If we'd known that, we would have had Steve sing. How about that? Thanks, Mikey.
I wonder,
Mikey Poo Poo.
do they get him to do the national anthem or no?
No, they have. I think the guy that
that's
singer
right.
that we play for our national anthem is the
Is the
guy
guy
that
that
they
does-
use. He's also sheriff's a
That's
sheriff.
great. The guy
Yeah.
that does the electric or
Yep,
the
yep.
electric guitar thing. Okay.
Yep. And so we now have our next group of guests, my second group of favorite people, Vinny's Vet Run.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming up. And when
Do
they
you have anything in between? Oh, there's the parade.
there's
We've
a
got
parade,
slide
but
on the
that,
parade.
yeah, pop the slide up there for them as the boys come in
And
to get
that's
set up.
Saturday, right? This
Is
is
this Saturday?
this Saturday. This coming up Saturday. So St. Patrick's Day is on a Tuesday, but the parade is going to be the Saturday before. For
'Cause they-
those
Yes.
who are not aware, I know sometimes we've done it on the day. I just can't remember. I think it's just gotten too busy on Fifth Ave to do it on the day.
Well,
And
on the
it's a
day,
work
just
day.
the weekday makes it hard,
Yeah.
but that's why they always put it towards a weekend.
So on the
because-
weekend is great.
Yeah. And then there are two great things you're going to be able to attend next weekend. And I'm going to be able to get down there to get a shot of Jamie and them. I just,
Yeah, I think I'm going to make it down there. I don't know that unless I have a client. I had
Yeah.
clients all last weekend, so sometimes
yeah.
I am with.
It's a
people.
long parade. I mean, it's a long.
It is a very long parade. I think I did it when I was Mrs. USA,
Yeah.
and it was a long parade.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hurry up and wait, and then it's a long time driving.
She's our beauty queen that taught me how to wave like this.
It's gotta- And you have to keep it going. Now you imagine how long that parade is, how heavy and tired your arms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You need
for
to get
sure.
some kind of well, my two other favorite people are here and I am thrilled to have them.
Do you want me to do the intro?
You can go
I got
ahead
the
and do
full intro. Here we are.
There we go.
So joining us now are Jeff, the father and co-founder of Vinny's Run, and Dennis. I'm going to let you pronounce your name for me. Vinny's Run is a Naples community event created to honor Jeff's son, Vinny, bringing people together to raise awareness and support for pediatric cancer while celebrating the life of a young boy who left a lasting impression and impact on so many. We're honored to have you both here to share Vinny's story and the mission behind the run, because I just learned about the run from Lois.
There you go. I got to follow my Facebook page. Well, there's one
did I get wrong?
correction that let's pop up the flyer if we could.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wounded Vet Run. Okay.
All
Sorry.
right. Anyway, so tell us about this. So I know about it. She's like so brand new.
I
to
am
this.
completely new.
Okay.
I heard about the guests, and I was like, okay, let me do some research, and that's what I came up with. But we do have a flyer, so it's the 4th annual Vinny's Wounded Vet Run, 2026.
Yes.
Okay.
We said something wrong, so correct us.
Okay. One, it's a motorcycle run car show,
Okay.
and it's in honor of my son, who was very badly wounded in Iraq.
Okay.
He was blown up by a bomb going into a building. His team leader was killed on the spot.
Mm.
That led to a journey of going to 29 hospitals, and he's had 49 operations,
Wow.
including the complete removal of his cranium, some of his brain.
Oh, wow.
His arm was actually blown off and reattached, and many, many other surgeries. So we actually ended up down here in 07. We were supposed to come in 07, and we ended up at the Tampa Polytrauma Center in 2008. And I actually had fought that and brought my son up to Boston for private care. They had a brain injury hospital, and I knew Boston had the best care in the country. It took a battle to do that, I'll be quite frank. I had to get a lot of people to back me up politically. Plus, at the time, I was the national director of the Korean War Veterans Association. Of course, they supported it too. So Vinny's Run started really, my son was in a wheelchair for quite some time until they put a baclofen pump in his stomach. But If anybody's been through the VA Special Adaptive Housing Program, uh, it's very tedious. There's thousands of pieces of paper and documents you have to fill out. And I will be quite frank, most people don't finish it.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one in New England to do the full grant.
Wow.
And you know what? Even then, after that, we used the Cape Cod veterans and Boston Wounded Vet Run had a function for Vincent to supplement that grant. That grant didn't even cover his bathroom. I think the plumbing alone in the bathroom was $35,000. And the grant was, I believe, at that time, 62,000. And we had to do the stairs, we had to do the walkway, we had to pull up all the carpet, let alone do his bathroom, his room, handicap accessibility. You're talking a lot of money. And Dennis here, who was part of Boston Wounded Vet Run, which started because of my son, that helped out supplementing what the grant didn't. And I've been down here. When we did come down to Tampa, and that's where most of the worst wounded soldiers in America were sent. I don't think the
Really?
public
No,
realized.
I had no idea.
To
To
Tampa.
Tampa.
So they created 4 polytrauma centers: Virginia, Richmond, Palo Alto, and Minneapolis and Tampa. Most people came to Florida on the East Coast.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think at the time it was a concept of polytrauma. And when we did go,
Explain to people what polytrauma is, because
multiple injuries
Okay.
that are being addressed, not just one certain area.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
you're talking traumatic brain injury, you're
Right.
talking amputation of limbs,
All
you're
together on
all
one
together.
person. Yeah.
So my son, although we live in Naples, and I sold everything up north to buy a place near the Tampa Polytrauma Center. There is nobody in Naples or Fort Myers
Right.
capable of addressing those injuries.
Got it.
So around the Tampa Polytrauma Center, which is the best in the world now, at first it was all the polytrauma centers, it was really by trial and error. And Tampa has evolved into the best hospital by far than even Spalding, where I had
Incredible.
brought my son.
Incredible.
And Dr. Scott was up there from day one. As a matter of fact, they just had an event about 2 years ago. It was, they just had the 20th anniversary of the polytrauma about 3 months ago, but they used my son 2 years ago. They brought a contingent of nurses and doctors over from Ukraine, and they used Vincent's injuries as a case study for them.
Wow.
Because there are some bad things happening in Ukraine. So they learned a lot about
Treatment.
TBI. You know, it's funny. They call it TBI, but, what do you call somebody who has their whole head removed?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a,
2 major blood clots removed from his brain.
Right.
Matter of fact, Vincent's doctor goes to Ukraine quite a bit and does surgeries over there. Now,
Right.
he's a civilian now, works out of Washington, but he has taken an interest in helping those Ukrainians. We learn that when they used Vincent as a case study, they learned from us, but 3 years later, that we're learning from them, because the warfare over there with the drone attacks is totally
It's
different
changed so
than
much.
what we've been involved in. They are really relying on drone warfare over there, something that we are playing catch up with.
Mhm.
So what happened is we came down and we started Vinny's Wounded Vet Run. And we know the groups who help my son. If you have a dog, and we had 4 of them, thank God, because they were only there when we came back to nurture. These groups would pay the boarding bills. And if you have a dog, it takes a lot of money to board dogs.
Yeah,
You have 4 dogs, that's a lot of money.
a lot.
You got bills you're paying on your house up there. You're living in a hotel room. You know, you have all kinds of expenses. And, you know, the government just doesn't hand you and pay for all that stuff.
Correct.
But these groups that we give to did. So we give to 3 major groups on a national level. Semper Fi Fund, which is an outstanding
I've heard of
organization.
that. Through Lois,
But
I think.
most of them are spouses or wives. Of course, they have paid positions because it's a big organization, but they're not gouging veterans
Yeah.
at their expense.
Give big,
$500,000.
Right,
spend small.
right.
Yeah.
$500,000 salaries, which I won't get into who's doing stuff like that.
I've done a lot of philanthropy, believe me.
Right.
I've stepped back from a few for that
So they're
reason.
making that kind of money
Yeah.
off my family's misery.
Yeah, not good.
Okay, and if you're making that kind of money, and the head of the Tampa Polytrauma Center is making a third of that, and they have
Yes,
patients,
That they're
that's
saving.
ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
Walter Reed Society, which was with us from day one, and now Tunnels for Terror, which we've given a donation to in the past, and will be getting a substantial donation from us again. Now, locally, Steve and Jamie, great people, great organization. Vincent was part of it years ago. Brought Vincent out several times. Vincent has a lot of problems. I mean, he doesn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't get up at 5 o'clock to go out fishing,
Right.
medication and everything. But we did participate quite a bit in the early years. They brought Vincent up, recognized him. I know Steve and Jamie, they're solid, good people. I know everybody that's part of that are volunteers.
Yeah.
And they're worthy of getting those funds from us. And Gulf Coast Veterans, very good group that does a lot for veterans, more for veterans than some of these paid groups.
That's the group where we have breakfast every
Yep.
Saturday down at Fleischman Park.
Oh, you've mentioned that
Yeah.
in conversations.
We had
Yeah.
103 people this last time.
Wow, that's
And they do the
incredible.
trolley tours for the
trolley
veterans.
They do lots and
They-
lots of things.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff.
I'm learning so
And
much today,
the-
besides getting the part wrong in the morning. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry.
The founder
We fixed it.
the founder of that group was Jerry Sanford, who was a New York fireman. And Jerry actually had a tie to a friend of mine who created Cape Cod Veterans on Cape Cod, Richie Really. Richie was a New York fireman, Vietnam vet with the 173rd Airborne Brigade. And Richie had like 2 or 3 Purple Hearts. So Jerry and him worked together on the fire department. And if you met Jerry, solid guy, righteous man, put together the memorial on Golden Gate.
Oh, wow.
And Freedom Waters Foundation, another group we give to.
Yes, I've heard of.
Outstanding job. Really good on local veterans.
Right, right.
And we give a couple of dollars to Golden Paws assistance dog, because I think one and another group, DDS for Vets on the other coast.
I've been to a couple of the Golden Paws
Yeah,
events
and,
too.
you know, I think eventually we'll get my son a service dog. You know, he wants one, but we have 2 dogs at the house. And, you know, one day me and my wife aren't going to be around and would like him to have that companion. You know, in the end, all this, when everybody goes home, you're all by yourself. You know, you're really making decisions. Everybody can be there, but you have to make decisions. At that time, seeing my son wheeled into the ICU ward with 10 tubes coming out of his brain and stomach. And he wasn't even supposed to make it back to Walter Reed Bethesda. They called us to pack bags to go to Landstuhl, meaning he wasn't coming home. When you're there, and it was a bad time. It was really bad. It was the surge of '07. And Bethesda and Walter Reed, they didn't have any rooms for everybody. They were kids, and I call them kids.
They are kids.
They were sitting out there missing limbs, everything. There was no beds at the inn.
Yeah.
It was a bad period. And me and my wife basically lived out of the Navy Lodge. We did go over to the Fisher House. It was just beginning. And it was nice, but it wasn't for us. You know, we were on ICU with troops on each side of us, a Marine family and another Army family, and we became close with them. So we didn't want to go back to the Navy, the Fisher House, which was very nice, and mingle. We had enough on our plate, and we had our own people we talked to.
Well,
So,
would Dennis be one of those? Because
yeah, Dennis
well,
comes
I
in
said
the
Dennis.
beginning.
I'm like, where did Dennis fit into?
Well, he'll
this
tell
story?
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I met
Yeah, you want-
Jeff and
No,
Vinny.
no, that's okay.
Met Jeff and Vinny about 15 years ago in Boston, and we started the Boston Wounded Vet Run, 385 motorcycles. And if you don't think big bad bikers don't cry, they do when they met Vinny. Right now, we get almost 5,000 motorcycles.
Wow.
We raise huge amounts of money.
Oh, there we have a picture on the screen. Wow.
Got a bunch of
You don't have the Boston pictures though.
But a lot of people turn out for these events,
So
right?
our goal down here is to replicate what we did in Boston. We're not going to get the motorcycles. There's not enough down here, but there's a lot of rich people down here. And as a Vietnam veteran, my era made a promise that we're going to take care of these young warriors. We weren't taken care of, but we're going to take care of them. And with all the country clubs and all the millionaires and billionaires, we just want them to know that it's Jeff and I. We don't get any money. All the money we raise, 100% goes out. We'd like to get into the country clubs and into all these different places, the car dealers. Make a donation. Your money's going to stay here. We're not taking it up to Boston. We're not giving it to any of these big corporates places. It's all
local.
Local and all small.
Right.
Local, except the ones that we will be giving out checks to those organizations.
The ones you've
on
already said.
April, right,
Yeah.
April 9th in Washington, because we go up there every year as the Korea War Vets National Executive Board. But you got to understand, those organizations help veterans from every state, including Florida.
Right.
You might not know there's a bunch of Florida vets on that ward.
Correct.
Or those organizations can get right in on the wards to the families.
They have
and give
access
them,
to certain things that locally we just don't have quite the in to get that done quicker.
right.
Here's the
Exactly.
problem we have. When the war ends, people forget.
Sure.
If you're not a veteran or if you don't have somebody that was injured or involved, it ends.
Yeah.
Right now, it's hot because of what's going on right now.
It's back in the news.
This ends in 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that, it's already forgotten. Everybody has their own lives.
Correct.
What we're trying to do is get people to think about the men and women that sacrifice.
Agreed.
Your donation is going to go like Tunnel to Towers. Look what they're doing.
They're doing
They're
great.
building housing for veterans.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot, and we're going to give a lot of money back to them because they're helping us out. The problem we have is we're small, Tim and I.
We're getting the word out.
We
That's
don't
what
have
we're
the-
here for. We're
We
getting
don't have the media contacts like people you have, and I'm a snowbird, so I'm not here a lot.
Well, I just had Adele Amico just says, I'm very aware of the Boston Project. Thank you, Adele, for
Thank you so much,
checking in.
Michelle.
So she's listening in.
So if people want to get involved, tell us about when the event is, what's happening at the event, and if people want to get involved in the upcoming event.
Well, the event is Saturday,
This Saturday.
14th.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to stage a motorcycle run from the VFW in Pine Ridge and Collier.
Yeah, put the flyer back up, please.
VFW, Pine Ridge and Collier. Got it.
Right.
Okay.
And we're going to ride, escorted by the Sheriff's Department, a ride down to Stan's on Goodland.
Oh, I love stands.
And then there's going to be there'll be a little car show there.
Oh, there we
Okay.
go. Okay. That's fine.
Entertainment. And basically what we want to do is raise as much money as we can, come out and meet Vinny. Once people meet Vinny,
Oh, yeah.
We
What a
owned them.
darling young man.
because Vincent
Yeah.
is, I don't know if you ever met him, but if you haven't,
I have not.
you should meet him.
I'm new to Lois. I've been involved in a lot of your veteran
Yes.
stuff. I kind of learn about everything through Lois when it comes to some of these.
the kid Vinny's meeting. Who's he meeting? The singer. What's the name?
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. He's with
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks. There he is. There's the fam. There's the dad.
Yeah.
Army, moms,
Navy.
Navy.
Daughter wasn't, but
Nobody was a Marine in your family?
See, unless you meet
Yeah,
Vinny, you
my
don't understand
brother
the
was
extent of his
in the
injuries either.
Marine Corps.
Once you meet him and talk to him and you know what he's, they
Oh,
were in Boston last year and I brought him down on my VFW. I told everybody Vinny's coming, and most of them didn't know because that happened 15 years ago. So when Vinny came in, you should have seen them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the guy on the right?
That's General Don Bolduc. He did
BOLD.
Bolduc, and there's Brian Mass.
Brian Mass. BOLDC.
DUC. He
BOLDC.
was a special forces, 1-star general. He did 18 tours, and he has a service dog there. And I'll be quite frank.
Yeah.
After 18 tours, it took a toll on Don.
Oh, yeah.
And to him to go get help basically ended his career.
And that's what's bad about some of the things they do in that. You should allow them to get some help, not
right. And they helped it against
stuff. Bill Hockey.
And then unfortunately, they can tell you to get help and everything.
Yeah.
But they will blackball you.
They'll blackball you.
And you know what?
Yeah.
And Don goes out and helps our wounded vets. That was at an event on the other shore over in Port St. Lucie. And Don, we give to them. They gave out 3 dogs to the Abbey Gate survivors. You know,
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's
so I was there that day. They gave out 3 service dogs.
Wow.
And they give out dogs every year. We were supposed to go this year, but we were tied up. But they will get a donation on April 4th. They will have a vet fest over there, and Rolling Thunder is going to lead that bike run with hundreds of bikes in honor of Vincent. And all the proceeds will go to Vinny's Wounded Vet Run. Now, the guy who runs that is a city councilor named David Pickett. Dave is my national president for the Korean War vets. Now, obviously, I wasn't in the Korean War. I'm a young guy. But I was in Korea on the DMZ. And it's a very dangerous area. Very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
I was brought in by a Korean War vet. He was a tanker. He was my mentor, probably 2002, to carry on the Korean War veterans after these guys died. Name was Colonel Louis Deckard. And I'll tell you, Lou was one of them men who was one of our greatest heroes that nobody knew about. He was 25 years Special Forces. He did 4 years in Vietnam with 5th Special Forces Group. He worked with the CIA, and he did that Che Guevara operation down in South America. He mentored me. So,
one hell of a mentor.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
He was, and he really worked behind the Iron Curtain back then because he was very fluent in German.
Got it.
One more thing I want to mention is there's certain things that the VA doesn't give. In Boston, I have an organization called Veterans Assistant Veterans. We bought 2 track wheelchairs. It's a wheelchair on steroids. You can take it to the beach. You can go hunting with it. They're $14,000 a piece. The VA is not going to provide those, so we did. But then the 2 we bought, you need a pickup truck to take them around. So we had to get a truck donated. Then you need the bed inside the truck. It comes out like this here, like a piece of plywood, but it's steel. You drive the chair on it. You press a button. It takes it in the back. And now this veteran can do whatever they want to do for the day. But again, they're a lot of money.
Right.
So the money, again, not to be redundant, we need to raise a lot of money because we give it away.
We give it to the right charities.
Right.
Unless you're out in the trenches, like myself, like Dennis, you know who's doing what and who isn't doing what.
Right.
I can tell you, as a national officer in the Korean War vets for over 25 years, once you start embellishing things on your resume or doing things, you're going to be called out on it.
Yeah.
100%.
And in that community, once they find out, you're burnt.
You're burned.
You're no good to the veterans community.
Stolen valor is the worst possible thing anybody can
I've
do.
heard stories and I'm like, now why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just volunteer and be like a big cheerleader for the cause?
Right.
Because you can do so much even as a big cheerleader for the cause without having to serve. I mean, we know many people who haven't
We
served.
have horror stories of,
They want that. They want to feel this importance without having.
We had
Right.
a couple of us
Seeing anything
in
going
town that got called
To
up.
that
in
piece
Boston,
of-
we had people that we sent
Yeah.
to the Vietnam War Memorial.
that one.
The guy claimed to be a
Locally.
Navy SEAL.
Uh-huh.
He was a cook, never left the United States. A couple of years later, we had a guy come in, said he was an astronaut, had all the paperwork,
Oh, that's
and we found out he was an astronaut.
I mean,
There's always those people who are trying to get away with something, but I think at the end of the day, like you said, they get found out.
Mm.
And then I think it even puts more of an eye on let's do the right thing. For even I've seen people get involved after something has happened because they're like, well, I would never do that. I'm going to get involved in this because I know I'm a good, I'm going to do good. I don't want those people helping. I want the good people helping. And they do volunteer. It's sometimes those bad stories draw people in because they see that they don't want people to get taken advantage of and they want to become
God,
like
no.
a little gatekeeper.
See, we don't want the notoriety. I don't want my picture taken. I want Vinny's picture taken.
Right.
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 Because we dressed Vinny up for that day. He looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I know what Vinny goes through, and that's his father.
Yeah.
Everybody else doesn't know. They see a Vinny with all of his medals. He looks unbelievable.
Right.
And after,
But at the end of the day, he takes all that stuff off.
right after 49 surgeries and extensive plastic surgery on his head.
It takes a toll.
And, in the end, you can sit here and dwell on what happened to him. Or you could take a bad situation and make it into a good situation. And that's what my family chose to do.
Yeah, you did.
And you know what? My reputation, my family's reputation means more to me than all the money in Naples. Because you can't buy honor. Remember that. And somebody pays in the end.
Always.
Yes.
Always. Always.
Okay, let's put that flyer up there
I
one
was just
more
about to
time.
say.
Yeah, okay. Your mommy might.
Because I want to go through it again just to make sure people
Yeah, we're gonna put
understand
that
how
up there.
how they can get involved.
What you say about you can't buy honor. What I remember as a kid, we were talking about this last night. I asked Dad if I could have a quarter to go get 2 sodas with my friend. Fine. I saw he had an extra dime, so I took it. Well, he came back and said, "How much money did you take?" And I knew I'd been caught. And he said, "Don't you ever do that again." It's 10 cents. I'm thinking to myself, what's the big? It's the point is you come into this world with your name and you leave this world with your name. And that's
100%.
all that you got. So you better do that.
100%.
Our motto is all in, all out. If we take in 50,000, 50,000 goes out.
Right.
Right.
Well,
That's
you
our-
both volunteer.
Right.
So, I mean,
Like Steve and So
Like
give us
Steve
that.
and
So I don't want to miss up on our next thing. We want to.
yeah, I want to get this right this time, guys. Sorry.
Okay. That's all right.
You look online and you find things and you think it's right and not always. The
Yeah.
internet's not always right, guys.
Yes.
We have a Facebook page and everything is transparent.
Okay. What's
Right
the
there.
Facebook page?
Vinny's Wounded Veteran.
Vinny's. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So it is March the 14th. Now you may think it conflicts with the St. Patty's Day
Right.
parade, but you can watch that a little bit and then head on down to stands and be there for that.
Right.
Exactly.
So it starts at the VFW 7721 on the corner of 951 and Pine Ridge Road. Kickstands go up at 11:30. Is that right? Or 12? Kickstands up at 12.
Yeah.
Registration from 9:30 to 11:30, and then 25 miles run to Goodland and to stands. And let me tell you, we were there last year. It is great fun.
Yeah.
It is great fun. They have the cutest little shops there. I got these great cards.
They can also go by boat.
They can also go by boat. We don't have it. And
And
they can go by motorcycle too.
Yeah.
and we have plenty of shirts to sell, patches, coins, and it gets all our sponsors out there. And, everybody knows Steve and Jamie from locally.
Right, right.
And, everybody knows where the funds go, and we're very transparent with
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, you guys are.
And you're having a car show at the same time?
Yes.
And who is there a sponsor of the car show? Or?
I live at Laley, so the guys up there are all into the car clubs.
Okay.
And one of my friends runs West Coast Muscle Car Club, and
Fun.
he's
That's a
with
great group. I've worked with them with the Jeep stuff too.
Honey.
Done some clothes, some.
and Corvettes of Naples will be there.
You have a new flyer out, right?
That's the one we have.
That's the one I thought I saw it.
If you guys want to ride with us, we'll put you in the back of motorcycles.
Well, I'm going to tell my son about it because him and his friends sometimes look for, and his girlfriend, they look for things to do.
That's a great.
And I
thing.
have to say, I don't think he's been down to Stan's before. So this should be
That's
interesting.
what we need. We need young people like that.
Well, he's
Hopefully,
very into the veterans.
we don't want anybody else to go to war.
Right.
So if we can raise awareness, and if people see what it's like, what happens when you go to war and something goes bad, we need the young people. They can show us how to do stuff. I mean, we're trying to figure out how to do a GoFundMe page or how to attach something to the flyers if somebody wants to make a donation.
We need those young people.
We don't know how to do that.
We're going to find you some of those people to help you.
I go back to the rotary telephone. So
I think the main thing is the ones that we do on a national level can get into the wards and get the funds to the families that really need them.
Right.
Understood.
And even up at Tampa, those groups have connections on the ward there.
Right.
So that's the main thing. The families need help.
Yeah.
Because the government will not cover every little thing.
Yeah. True.
Oh.
Very true.
All right.
Well, let's see what we can make happen this Saturday. Thank you.
And we're going to, we'll announce it again on Friday. We'll put your flyer up for Friday.
Well, thank you, Lois. And
do that. And
thank you, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate everything. Thank
now.
you.
all right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
The dad and we don't have the mom here, but they made it happen for their son when they said
Perseverance.
Oh,
Perseverance on getting help.
That guy, would you try to stand up against him?
No. I would just get it done.
Yeah,
Just
for his son. I mean, that's everything. All
Yeah,
right.
I think this is a great event. It'll be. You can
Yeah.
do both. You can go to and then
Absolutely.
drive down to Stan's.
I've already got it timed out.
They have great music down there. That sounds like they're going to put out a fun event. Oh, we get little.
I've
fun
got
things.
one. We've got one. Oh, but she doesn't. Okay, good. Hand that to baby girl. There you go.
Diana's
Very
getting
nice. Oh, thank you.
I'm getting gifts today. Oh, this is great. Oh, I love it. Thank
It's
you
nice.
so much.
Hold it up, just kind of they can maybe see. It's a challenge coin.
Look at that. It says, yeah, it's a challenge
I don't know
coin.
if you can really see it, but little sticky poo, little sticker.
Freedom is not free. Korean War and Korean Defense.
It's Vinny's vet run.
And
Oh,
then
yeah. Oh, but he did a bang up job for the Korean War veterans too.
this was who he was just talking about, right?
Yeah, that's Jeff. That's the guy sitting here.
Oh, I thought it was the guy from the pictures with the medals.
No, that's Vinny.
Vinny.
Vincent. Vinny Man.
No, I know that. I know that.
Vincent. Okay.
Thank you,
Well,
Jeff.
I think we are ready for our next guest.
I think we are too.
And
Do we need to do the
let's do the sponsors.
sponsors
Yeah,
again?
we need
Yeah.
to do that again.
right in between?
You can come on up and get ready, honey.
Yeah,
Okay.
get settled in, put your headphones on. Let's see. We've got our amazing sponsors that make the
Mighty
show
Roof Dog.
possible.
Woof, woof.
I love that name.
I know.
Marquise Diamond Mobile Detailing right here down the street. I love them.
Now, do they come to your house? Will they come to your house?
They can do both.
They can do both.
They can do
Okay.
both.
All right.
Three Palms Legal, Wills, Trusts, and Estates for those kind of legal needs. Torch Hot Yoga that Lois is going to find one day.
I don't know if I told you, but I just realized that was two Pilates people in the center over the torch heart. That was a flame.
Yeah.
I'm like, hello, where have you been?
Amherst Roofing, great sponsor. And then, of course, myself, I do coaching, consulting, and real estate. Also, the podcast Icons of Naples.
There you go. Got to put that up there.
I do. I said last week I was going to fix it, and
I'm going to hold you accountable. Next week, I'm going to say you bet. I'm going
got
to send
so
it for you for
busy
Tuesday.
I had 2 clients and a listing come in 3 days. So
Well,
it was
that's-
just, I mean, it's good. Just didn't get to all the to-dos.
Okay, who's up next? Who's not on deck, but moving up to bat?
Well, we have Well, I'm going to let her introduce herself because I did butcher her name earlier. So I don't want to do that again because apparently I am 2 for 2 if I do that.
No, you're
And
not.
I'm not.
She's Elvira when it's Halloween.
Right. And Elvira, that's right.
Elvira regularly. That's how I remember it.
I love that. Maybe I should have done that. You do all kinds of wellness and health, and I want you to tell us what you do because I saw it online and I don't know that I could keep up with something that extensive.
Let's put up her flyer while she's telling.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Oh, it'll come.
Yeah,
There we go. All right.
I'm looking to the side. It's up here.
Okay.
So tell
What
us,
do you do?
tell us the name of your company and exactly what you do.
Okay. My name is Elvira Wright, and I'm a pharmacist by the trade with 30 years of experience in sickness industry. I cannot call this health.
You said
in-
30-year pharmacist?
Yeah.
Bravo.
Okay, of
Yeah.
the sickness industry. Well, that's true.
That's
we do
true.
we do have a sick industry right now. I mean,
Unfortunately.
we try to be healthy.
Right.
Now I'm moving into the wellness industry because I realize that our body has a inner healing abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Probably it's better for me just stay like this.
Okay.
And I teach people how they can rediscover the inner pharmacy within, utilizing different modalities. And first of all, it will be a breath. And I brought some toys to
Oh,
play.
look, we have stuff.
You know,
to do.
there was a veteran who led the Pledge of Allegiance for us this morning, and she is totally into the wellness peptides. And do you do peptides? Are you
We
familiar
do
with? There you
peptides.
go. So
We have
that's
finished certification course about this 5 years ago. Peptides are amazing. It's a precursor of different molecules, and it's a signaling molecules in our body. It tells you what needs to be done in the body. So it's amazing.
yes.
All right.
Incredible.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna
So
play.
we're gonna play. We're gonna be children again. Be like a child, right?
I love it. I love visuals.
Yes.
I'm a visual learner. So
Yes. So let me ask you this while I'm building the pyramid back. How long you will be living without food?
not
Fruit?
long.
Food.
Oh, food.
Meal.
Oh, Lord, no.
Yeah.
I like food every day myself, but I mean, you could probably go 3 or 4 days.
Up to 40 days.
Up
40
to 40
You
days.
still survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about without water?
Oh, not long at all. Isn't it like just 2 days or something?
Could be
Seven.
up to 10 days. You close.
10?
Yeah.
Wow.
What about sleep?
Oh,
You
5
just-
days.
7 days and you go into psychosis and
Yeah.
you can go into the
You go crazy.
crazy and
Yeah.
you're going to die. Well, exercise.
We can go without that for a little while.
Yeah, we can go without detox, maybe whenever detox, supplements. But what is the base?
Food.
How long are we going to stay without breath?
Breath. Oh.
Oh. Okay. We know you need to breathe.
You need to breathe.
Exactly.
Right.
There you go.
So how long you can hold your breath?
Maybe a
2
minute.
minutes.
Yeah, approximately 2 to 3 minutes. And some pearl divers can actually hold for 14 minutes.
Wow.
40 minutes.
14
they've done a
14
lot of
minutes.
exercise.
That's what we are talking about. Breath is something we call autonomic nervous system.
Mhm.
And usually we cannot influence our autonomic nervous system. Breath is only one we can control.
Mm.
And majority of people didn't know that CO2 is a very beautiful gas. It's not a waste gas because CO2 is the one that helps to deliver oxygen inside the cells, inside the mitochondria. So we always think, oh, take a deep breath in and out, in and out. And what it does, it's blow off your carbon dioxide. And in this case, you will not be able to deliver oxygen into your receptors, into your brain, into your
All the places you need it.
all you need. Yeah, yeah, that's where the oxygen needed inside the cells, not in your blood. In the blood, you always have enough oxygen, but breathing deep, you blow off that CO2. That is a key to open hemoglobin. It's a red blood cells that attach all these molecules of oxygen and carry this in the blood. It's kind of like a choo-choo train, hemoglobin with a choo-choo train coming. Yeah, coming, and the passengers are oxygen, and oxygen is coming to the cells, and knock, 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 knock. Open the door, and cell says, "Do you have enough CO2?" No, I don't. Okay, I'm going further. And what all this deep breathing does, it's create hypoxia in your tissue levels. So Wim Hof breath, holotropic, somatic breath, even some yoga breath, unfortunately not healthy. And this is the reason we have more than 100 different diseases, which we call maladaptive mechanism to hyperventilation.
What is that again?
Maladaptive mechanism. It's not a disease. It's a maladaptive mechanism of our body to hyperventilation. Hypertension, asthma, allergy, autoimmune disease, Crohn's disease, any autoimmune disease, even partially cancer.
Wow.
So
That makes sense, because if you're not getting what you need into your cells is what helps fight disease, correct?
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to breathe to keep myself going.
all right, I'll show you how you should breathe. I brought some.
Oh.
Okay. So take a feather, or you can piece of paper.
Oh, take a feather, okay.
Or a
I'll take a
paper.
feather.
You take a feather. Okay, take a feather.
Oh, you got it.
Or you can do the piece of piece of
Do the
paper.
feather. I want to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah. Put under your nose, and it should not be moving. If you breathe like normally, I don't know, you can see it.
Okay.
But it should be not, look at this, it should not be moved at all.
Should not be moving. Oh.
See,
There
that's
you go.
good. Here we go.
She did it.
Yeah, but you have to be
You
relaxed.
have to breathe within your
And-
solar plexus. I mean,
And through the diaphragm, which is close to your solar plexus. Yes,
Look at that.
is that right?
that's correct. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a gentle breath.
Light
The way
as a
to just-
feather, I would describe.
Light as a feather. Okay.
Light
For
as
those
a
out
feather.
there
Feather.
who can grab a piece of paper or a feather and try it.
Okay, so you breathe it in. How do you breathe it out?
Breathe it out. It should be automatically. You don't force your breathing out.
No, you don't. You just...
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So something for your beautiful listeners. If you guys have some stagnation in your sinuses, allergy or anything, and you cannot breathe, you say, I always use some sinus drops. So what do? You get napkin, or you get piece of cotton. Check which nostril mostly stagnated
Right.
Yeah.
and congested. Put this inside,
The stuffy side.
10, 15 minutes, pull it out, it's open up.
Really?
Spring.
Well, I have to try
And
that.
the reason it's happening because you started to accumulate carbon dioxide inside,
Inside the sinus.
inside everywhere, and then sinuses as well. And the carbon dioxide helps to dilate the blood vessels.
I love this idea. I'm
And-
going to try that, because I get it on this side. I get it on one side.
On side.
One side at a time.
The key while you're doing this trick, don't breathe through the mouth. Your
Just
mouth
through the nose on the one
only
side.
nose. So technically speaking, mouth is for food only and for kisses.
Oh. Okay.
No breathing. Unfortunately, first of all, we sleep with the open mouth sometimes at night. So I recommend to get some
The mouth tape.
mouth tape. Get from Amazon.
Let me see.
You can get from Amazon. It's super cheap. Some husbands prefer if you tape your mouth as a wife during the day too.
Yeah, if you have a problem. I
explain
don't know
about
if you
that.
can see that.
Mouth tapes become very popular. I see it quite a bit on.
Of it.
I see it on a lot of the influencers, the skin and
Mhm.
health influencers. They use it, their morning routine. They're taking off their
Yes.
mouth tape. But it's nice to hear an explanation of why.
Have you seen it, Dee?
Because during the night, you cannot control how you breathe.
It just happens.
It just happens. You
Yeah.
open the mouth, and whatever you do very consciously during the daytime, you accumulate your CO2 during the daytime. At night, you blow off everything because you don't know how you sleep, right? Also, the tip, please don't sleep on your back like a star. No, don't do it.
I've been sleeping on my back because it doesn't give you wrinkles. Like when you
You want to be dead at between 3 to 5 o'clock in the morning, or you don't want, or you prefer to have
Oh,
raincoat?
I sleep. I have 4 pillows I lay back on, so
So you
I
have to sleep on the tummy. The next best gonna be your left side, and the next best gonna be right side.
I'm a right sider.
Yeah, right side is the least
Palatable.
beneficial
Yeah.
because your heart gonna be kind of hanging versus lay down nicely if you if you if you sleep on the left side. So that's going to be another tip. And please tape your mouth.
Mouth taping, I hear, is huge.
Huge.
Like if you're snoring, if you're doing different things, you'll know right away why. Because if you can tape your mouth and you keep waking up, it's
Mhm.
because you're a mouth breather, and that's not healthy. I did hear about that, but I didn't understand why. But this makes sense.
You accumulate CO2.
Yeah.
through the mouth you accumulate CO2.
You accumulate correct amount,
Yeah.
not overdone.
Oh my God, I can't believe this. I
Are you
learned.
trying to clear out your sinuses?
Well, I'm doing this now. You can see I still have it in there. She said 15 minutes, so I figure when
Yeah.
she left,
I don't know how it goes. Right now, I can breathe on both sides. So when this stuff's up,
this side was a little.
yeah, it's my side too. But today, right now, this morning, I'm good. But sometimes throughout one day, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on over here?
And we have a tendency, one nostril is usually less
Yeah.
congested than the other one, but it's nice to have balance.
I remember I took a class once and they had us hold one side and breathe,
Mhm.
and then hold another side and do certain breathing
Mhm.
through one side only for a count, and then the other side for a count. And we did this quite a bit, actually. It was like left, right, probably a good 5 minutes. And I got to tell you, I got a head rush. It was quite the thing.
If it's a very deep breathing, it's
No, it wasn't deep.
it was light.
It was just you had to breathe in one side or the other. And I noticed a difference in my passages.
Mhm.
I just felt more open and my head was kind of clear.
So as long as it's not deep breathing,
No.
you do beautiful, because what it does when you breathe through the left nostril, right, you activate your right brain,
That's what
other side of the brain.
Yeah.
So more creative, more
Yep.
something like you can do more. If you want to draw the picture,
It's created.
We have to talk about that.
yeah, that Kevin was doing during one of my retreat, and you can or you have some vision and you need to have some boost, so you breathe through the left nostril to activate the right one.
Side.
If you have some mathematical decision to make,
The other.
is you lift opposite.
That's what we were
Logical
They
brain.
wanted to create spheric balance. They wanted your brain to feel balanced, or what the class I was taking that day. And I remember it still now.
Yeah.
And I do it sometimes.
This is a yogi breath, and it's beautiful.
And it's very slow. It's just like the one side and then the other side. Yeah. Neat. So tell us about the picture. Tell us about this. Kevin's like, okay, look what he was very excited.
Busy breathing over here. Sorry.
You breathe. We're going to talk about that. He was very excited when he talked about it.
This is actually called Neurographica. So what Neurographica does? What is Neurographica? Let me ask this question. Are you agree that every problem is a creation of your mind?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
sure.
so in this case,
99%.
99%, only mind can find a solution.
Yes.
Mind doesn't think in words. It thinks in pictures and colors.
Right.
So when I have specific questions and algorithm going with my clients, they start to access their subconscious mind, because we only operate in 5% of our conscious mind and 95% is subconscious.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is how we access through drawing, through lines, pictures, and figures. And only he knows what it means for him. And by drawing this, you find the solution, whatever your issue was.
I believe that, because it's the creative side connecting with the logic side, coming up with a solution that's in there. It's just you can't access it like that.
So while you're drawing, yes, you actually go into the meditative state and activate your alpha brainwave. Sometimes through some series of drawing, I teach you and you started to access even theta brainwave.
Wow.
So it's very deep, and you access whatever solution your mind knows, but deeply under. And plus, each line represents a new neural pathway. You create bioneurogenesis in your brain. It's kind of like a surgery in your brain, but with a pencil, not with a knife.
Neat.
Yeah, so that.
But there is a connection.
Bioneurogenesis.
Genesis, yeah.
Should write that down too.
So,
Yes.
and the technique calls neurographica. Neurographica.
Got that, yeah.
Yes, yes. And this is,
So what is bioneurogenesis again?
it's a creation new neurological pathway in your brain.
New pathway.
So the more neuron you started to develop, the more solution you can find. It's
Okay.
become more, you become more creative, more resourceful.
Now, how do people get in touch with you to learn more about this or take
Good Lord.
a class or do something with you? I think this might be.
I said good Lord because I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this because going back to my days, I was a licensed hypnotist many
Oh,
years ago.
that's right. Yeah.
So I do remember that, but just because you remember it, I mean, I forgot it. I had to remember it to forget it to remember it. But I'm going to I forgot it all
One
out.
more.
I think I got some left.
Okay.
Oh, it's better.
It's better, yeah.
I could have left it longer and been much more better.
Probably it will be better because you talk. And let me just get one more edit. When you talk, if you notice how I talk, you probably didn't notice. I inhale normally and I talk only on exhalation. So if you talk and you breathe in while you're talking, you breathe in, you blow off your oxygen. So if you will stay still, not talking, you will have much better effect. So I train people to teach only on exhalation. And how you do this? You breathe in, and while you're driving, for example, you started to count out loud. That's the key, out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale. And you can do just maybe 1, 2, 3. You might not have enough breath to go all the way to 10 or 11. It will add it on. You will have more CO2 tolerance later on, and you can extend this period.
So much different than when they teach you how to public
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
Because when you learn public speaking, it's to keep the words flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like very mindful. Later on, it will be very flowy and mindful talk.
Exactly.
You have to talk like this up to 5 to 700 to retrain your brain. You're retraining your brain
So
again.
you talk on the exhale?
Exhale only.
Talk on the exhalation. Okay.
Only on exhalation. And where people can find me? Yes, I'm on Instagram, the real Elvira Wright.
Let's put her flyer back up again, and I think her
I don't know
page.
if it's there or not. And I have a
There you go.
website, Right Aesthetics. And I also have a free Telegram channel where I teach people how to breathe.
Oh, nice. Telegram.
In
Okay.
Telegram, it's called Inner Pharmacy together, Inner Pharmacy. Also, I will be running the Tuscany retreat. Who likes Tuscany?
Oh, we love Tuscany. It's beautiful.
And in September, we will be going to private villa, private chef. Spots already fill up. In the beginning of the day, we're going to be learning about breathing.
We'll put this up for you and have it on. I don't know if you can see it, but that's
And after lunch, we have fun.
nice. September the 19th through the 26th. You say it's already filled up?
Partially fill up.
Partially filled up.
Okay, so there's a few spots available.
Yeah. All inclusive, you just get to Rome. And from Rome, they whisk you to the private villa in Tuscany, Montepulciano, and you just forget where you are. You will be living in paradise for a few days.
That's really cool, honey. Very nice.
And you come healthy back because we're going to be access your breathing, learn how you're going to be
healthy back. I love it.
I think I need to work on that one. For sure.
Well, we thank you so much
Thank
for
you very
bringing these
much.
wonderful toys.
Yeah.
And modalities to try. I'm going to try that tonight.
Absolutely. That would be
Mouth tape
lovely.
for sure, but the breathing.
And honestly, we really would like to start some wellness industry here in through 239. Maybe more people would like to
Maybe we could
create something, the movement. Yeah, the show.
movement.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. Would you like to see a special, an afternoon show on wellness and
Yeah.
learning more about how your breath keeps you healthy.
And I know that, and we all know, well, because you'll find people, you'll say, if they're nervous, you go breathe, and they realize they've been holding their breath.
People need to hold their breath
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, we have reached that magical time. Just stay here with us, honey. We'll reach that magical time of the day where we're
Yeah.
going to be closing out. And I think this was a great show.
Today went quick.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We
It
had
always goes quick. We always have great guests.
a great guest and a great support over there with the divine Miss D and with Kevin in the back. And my hubby is here with his Vinny Vet Run t-shirt on. And anyway, it's been a great day. Thank you all for joining us. Tell your friends about us. We'll see you Friday, 10 a.m. on 239 Live. Make it a great day.
See ya.